Okay, hi. We're gonna go on to our second adventure. I just finished a 9-week panic sewing, having to finish 12 projects. I didn't film that much, but the progress is all on my Instagram. This time I'm gonna try and film more and hopefully edit stuff on the go. I have a lot of problems with editing because my laptop is no longer strong enough, but I figured out I can also do it on my phone. This is the list for this period. I have two deadlines. The first one is the 6th of July, which has a lot more, but also this is 8 weeks. It's the 6th of May today. The other one is the 27th of July. Dungarees were also on the last project, which was a nice to have, which didn't work out. I did, however, test out the pattern. I need to finish the basically wearable twill that I made for it. The patchwork bear is something that's a bit of an ongoing project that I would like to finish, but I'm not going to hit myself up on it if I do not finish it before the 6th. The 3 Racha jacket. If you know, you know, but I have a concert and I would very much like to have this finished. The concert is actually a few days after this. I have a brown jacket, which I will show in a minute. I finished a daisy dress and now I found a very lovely fabric for a very lovely idea that I have for a daisy blouse. I have 2 pairs of trousers that I have made many years before. I think the green trousers are about 4 years old already. And I think that will be my first order of business. I have them both here. They just simply need altering. The hems, sorry about the mess, that's all my mom's from Christmas. I should be tidied up. The hems are actually riding up a bit. Linen is very notoriously known for shrinking, and even though I do pre-wash it, they still shrink a little bit with more washing. I hope it's all done now. I need to re-hem this. So it used to hit the tops of my feet. It no longer does that. It's now around my ankle, which is a bit of an awkward length. So I hope I can get like a maximum out of this. It's probably 1.5 centimeters, which should be enough. This one is the same. I believe I do have a little bit more hem allowance in this. Yep, I do. The seam is right there. That's the amount I have, which is, I think it's about 5 centimeters. Oh, and I have a centimeter extra in this as well. So that should be perfect to redo the hems of these so I can wear these coming summer. Then we have 2 projects that I would like to start on first. This one is supposed to be a jacket. This is a remnant that I got. I think it's 80 or 75 centimeters and 140 in width, which is enough for me to make a jacket out of, hopefully with the right pattern and maybe some slight alterations. I have this is a cotton. This I found at a quilting store, and I have the loveliest idea with this. I think I'm going to show it later because I do not have my sketchbooks somewhere in the surroundings. So those are 2 things that will happen quite shortly. Then for the dungarees, I would very much like to have those finished sooner rather than later. I did have fabric for that, but it ended up not being enough. I had about 2.25 meters and I need 3. So I will probably have to go around to Amsterdam to actually buy more fabric for that. Hopefully it'll not be too expensive and it'll come quickly and I can just wash it and then I can work on that. Then I have the 27th, and on the 31st, I believe there's a festival going to happen, which I would like to go to. I have a simple stays that I would like to make. I have a green corset, which will go with the daisy dress, because I was looking at the dress and I was like, wait, if I put like, I don't know, a flower crown and a nice corset and some leaves and all that kind of stuff, I am basically a fairy in that dress. So that's happening as well, hopefully. And then I want to make some new pajamas from a fabric I already have in my stash, but that'll come. The actual big project is this one, because this is also a patchwork project. And I do have most of the fabrics. I have to pre-wash them. I have to figure out what else I need for it. Hopefully some fabrics from these can actually be used for this jacket as well. I say it's a jacket and it should have sleeves, but it probably won't have sleeves because the concert is the 11th of July and I don't know what the weather will be like. Being in the Netherlands and it's in an arena, it does have a roof. But the weather is not guaranteed here. We can have a lovely spring with like 30 degrees weather and Celsius, by the way. And then the summer will be 20 degrees Celsius with like rain non-stop, with 2 good days in which it will be 24, and none of those days will be on the concert day. This is kind of my plan for now. The videos will be very roughly edited and I'm just gonna throw them out because I'm not a content creator. I do this purely for myself so I can look back to what I do and what I make and how I make it. I'm gonna try to get this done as weekly videos. I don't know how much I will be able to do as weekly videos, but you'll have to stay tuned.